Hi, Satnam. It's me, Shakti Sundari, and just wanting to talk to you today a little bit about my upcoming online Kundalini Yoga course for authentic relationships. I've been teaching online Kundalini Yoga classes now since the end of last year. So I've offered a couple of courses online, one on love, one on abundance, and we've just completed an online course in self-mastery. So for the month of February, the course I'm going to be teaching is called Authentic Relationships. So let me just backtrack a bit, and for anyone who doesn't know anything about Kundalini Yoga, just give you a really brief introduction. So Kundalini Yoga is a practice that I took up in 2008, qualified to teach in 2010, and began teaching in 2009. This is a very particular and unique yogic practice. It has its roots, as all forms of yoga do, in very ancient yogic traditions. It's a blend of mudra, mantra, pranayama, breath, posture, and meditative awareness and focus. And it's quite unique and different in a couple of ways. One is that we work with our eyes closed. Another is that the teacher never does any physical adjustments. And the third, I would say, is that it's a very overtly spiritual practice, and the focus is very much upon energy and awareness. That's not to say that it's not also physical, and it's not also challenging on all levels. So the point of this is that we are integrating body, mind, emotion, spirit, and bringing them into harmony so that they're all kind of vibrating as one. So how does Kundalini Yoga support us in having authentic relationships? Like, how does yoga support us in that, right? What's the connection? Well, it's really powerful, actually. So there are three key areas where this practice can support us. One is knowing yourself. Two is communicating yourself. And three is healing yourself. I remember when I did so, I have trained as a Kundalini Yoga teacher, obviously, and then there are level 2 teacher trainings where you can go to a more advanced level. So I've done my level 2 teacher training in authentic relationships, and one of the most powerful practices that we did on that course was a meditation called Healing the Wounds of Love. And this was a practice that we all took on board, and we did for at least 40 days. It involved chanting a mantra for 31 minutes, I think. And this mantra was clearing the heart and the psyche of all those wounds connected with our capacity to love and to open our hearts and to relate consciously. So obviously it cleared out a whole bunch of stuff, and obviously there's always more stuff to work on. So healing the self is one part of this practice, because Kundalini is the energy of awareness, right? So as we activate and as we move this energy, it will stir and it will bring into our awareness shadow aspects of our unconscious that we haven't been aware of until this point. That's what this energy of Kundalini does. So, you know, everyone associates it with sexuality and all of that. Well, it is sexual energy, but it's here to wake us up. And part of our waking up is to see our shadow and to heal our subconscious. So that's a powerful part of what this practice does. The other part, communicating yourself. So again, so often in our communication with others, in our relating, our capacity to A, communicate with clarity gets distorted, and or B, our capacity to hear cleanly and clearly gets distorted, again, by our projections, by our illusions, and by our wounding. So once again, this practice brings us back into a neutral space where we are over time able to communicate with greater clarity and alignment, and hear in the same way without so much filtering. I think it's inevitable as human beings that we filter stuff. You know, we all have these filters and these tinted glasses, so everyone has a different tint to their glasses, as it were. But through this kind of ongoing practice, we can begin to sort of clear the lenses a little bit, so we see and hear and communicate more clearly. Because of course so much Yeah, so much distortion and difficulty in relationship arises when we're not able to actually communicate. So that's another part of it. And the final part, the third part, of course, there's loads more. I've just tried to simplify it, is know yourself. So going into any relationship, it's knowing your light and knowing your dark and being honest about that with yourself. It's knowing your values, it's knowing your desires, it's knowing your stories, knowing your woundings, and also knowing yourself. So that's yourself with a small s, and then knowing yourself with a big S, as in your higher self. And again, this practice is about bringing the big self and the little self together, as it were, so that they're singing from the same hymn sheet. Yeah, and it starts with knowing who we really are, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and just really owning that and loving that and embracing that, and actually seeing that whatever condition we were born into is perfect, and it's, you know, the karma that we have, and that's actually the secret to our destiny. And so even when we go into painful relationship situations, as I have been, you know, there's actually a perfection to that and a learning from that that is a gift to our soul. So I hope that makes sense. And so the details of the course, it's really super simple. Every Monday, I teach a live class via Facebook Live into a private Facebook group. So it's a closed group. You join once you've paid. The class is an hour long. We do a mixture of kriya, so posture and meditation. And the class is then available to you to repeat as many times as you like. It's there. You can take it online as many times as you like. And you're in that group. You're with other people. Of course, you can't see them, but there is a sense of community, and you can ask questions. You can share feedback. You can tell others what your experience has been. So there is a sense of doing this together. Which is really lovely. And the great thing about it is you can do it whenever you want. So if you can't make Mondays, you know, you do it later or earlier or whenever you can. Of course, it is wonderful if you show up live, because I do notice and feel that you're there. But if you're not, that's okay too. And you can do it from home, and it's really good value. I've set the pricing for this at a very low rate to begin with, because I just wanted to test the market. So for those 4 classes, which you can repeat as much as you want, it's only £25. I mean, that's a real bargain. If you come and have me for a one-to-one in your house, you're going to be paying me £60 to £100 an hour. So it's really good value, and students have given great feedback. They are getting a lot from it. So that's it. If you want to know about it, you can search on Facebook, Kundalini Yoga Online for Authentic Relationships. You can go to my website, www.shaktisundari.com, and click on Services, Kundalini Yoga, Online Yoga. Or you can just PM me or put a comment below if you've got any questions at all. It'd be great for you to join, and I'd love more people to join us so this community of online yogis expands, and you know, we're all kind of in this together, doing this practice together. It's so much more fun when there's a big group. So thanks for watching. Post your questions below, and thanks for being with me. Much love and Satnam.